The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of my own. I am not a salesman. I cannot be bought. This is all entertainment. Let's go.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Peace, peace, peace. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. This is your host EQ, straight out of Prince George's County, Maryland, and welcome to the cipher. The cipher is a person, place, or thing within my circumference. The understanding of the cipher is peace. What it do? How y'all doing? I see fire in the chat. I know we're ready. Let's go. Got to get myself situated. I was running late. I'm keeping a buck with you. What it do? Put y'all center days in the chat. Let's go.
It's the new cipher. It's the new cipher. The cipher.
Y'all already know. I don't know what my drink of choice is going to be today. Matter of fact, I know what it's going to be. I got a new one in. It's the Balvin Sweet Toast of American Oak. I'm going to go ahead and crack this one open today. Put y'all center days in the chat. Let's go. Crack that open. Get my life situated, and we're going to get to these fragrances, and we're going to get some questions answered. It is the smoke show. Y'all already know. Let me see what we got here. Ooh. Ah, it smells amazing. Top shelf. What y'all drinking on tonight? Matter of fact, you gotta drink it neat. Put a drop of water in that. Just a drop when you're drinking good whiskey. Just a drop of water. It brings out the aroma effect. See, when you say you in the scents and you in the smell goods, everything around you should be just taking in, taking up. Everything has its own notes and chords. Everything. Orange, citruses, some toffee, almost buttery like butterscotch. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay, that's smooth. Golly. A little bit of smoky woods, malty,
EQ.
little spicy, like some cinnamon. I'm getting a little bit of hints of cinnamon in here. We're gonna go ahead and start the show. We're gonna start the show. Peace, 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 and more peace. It is a vibe. Today's episode is episode number 45 of the Cipher Live. 45. Only did 45 of these. The name, or what we're going to be doing today, is we're going to be doing two different kind of things. The first thing I want to do is do a full review on two fragrances, right? So we're going to do a full review on Kilian's brand new fragrance release, Old Fashioned. We're going to do a full review on that. And we're going to do a full review on Mancera's Amberful. How I feel about that. So before we do that, we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to everybody who's been in here. Again, this is episode number 45. I'm going to give my opinions. And after that, we're going to get into all the smoke. All the smoke. you take issue with me, here's your opportunity to come on. Now, there's a lot of you all who come in 2024 and beyond. I'm throwing a block party. Anybody know what a block party is, right? Most of the time when you're in the neighborhood, you shut off one end of the neighborhood to the other end of the neighborhood. You have music, games, food for the kids. It is a outside party. You in the streets dancing. It is a party. It's called a block party. Well, on the internet, the block party is, I'm not entertaining you, I'm blocking you. If you come into a comment in my video talking crazy, like, it's okay to disagree with me. That's not what I'm talking about, because I'm not seeking affirmation or agreements, to be honest. I don't really ask for much opinions in my video, but I don't mind chatting with y'all. Like, if I say I like X fragrance, if you don't like it, cool. I'm just not really my issue. It's your issue. I stand on the fact that I like it. But if you come into my comment talking crazy to me, in the past, I would entertain you. I may go back and forth with you. I'm not doing that, because all you're doing is feeding into the beast. So, like a rodent, I have to eliminate pest control. So my way of doing that is not only blocking you, but deleting your comments. So then what that's going to make you do is have to create a fake page to then re-comment or follow me. And if you're a grown man, keep in mind, the majority of the people who watch me are grown adult men. Not even teenage kids. I'm talking about grown men who should be leaders of their neighborhood, leaders of their house. Some of them are fathers. They might have wives and girlfriends. You're supposed to be setting the pace, the tone, the pillar, the cornerstone of your house. For you to do that, create another page just to continue to try to troll me, you have to really reevaluate your life, what's going on with you. You're going to have to do that. So not only will your infamous comment not be legendary, because I'm going to delete it. So you don't exist in the comment section, and you're not going to exist. I'm not going to respond to you. You're going to go back and say, let me refresh and see if he responded. Bro, your comment's going to be deleted and you're going to be blocked. It's no point in going back and forth with you. I'm not doing that, because really I'm feeding your behavior, and just don't have time for that. Especially when I do shows like this, which is a live, which when I get to that portion of the show, I'll go over the rules of that, and then I will pin join live in the comment section for those who want to come on. But like reading the screen for comments and stuff, I don't know why you be like, I'm going to type, please answer, when I'm giving you an opportunity to come on. It's 2024. We all have smartphones with cameras in them. You don't have to have lighting and stuff to go into a room with light, hold your camera, and get on and say what you got to say respectfully. And we can have discourse. I don't have to agree. I'm cool with discourse. I don't need people to agree with me. But like, you can just come on the camera, so I'm not going to read your comment. Matter of fact, if you asking a whole bunch of questions, I'm just going to be like, bro, come on camera. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to ignore it. Unless it's a super chat, I'm just going to ignore it. It is what it is. That's the kind of time I'm on today, because, let's just do it. If you take issue with me, if you take issues with another reviewer, that ain't my problem. You need to saddle up with them people. I'm not about to gossip about people who ain't in my presence. So don't come here talking about other men. Let's just deal with the issue you have with me. And we go over the engagements on that. And I have a couple of things that, based on the comments that I got on a few trolls over the last 3 lives I did, I kind of compiled different issues that have come up. So I'll address that, and that's going to be the last time I address that. And I will address them respectfully. Like, I ain't going to try to curse you out, but we'll address that. So that's what we're going to do today. And then after that's said and done, if nobody who has real issue with me, or who have, talk crazy to me, or a subliminal or anything, don't want to come on, then I'm going to then just take it for what it is and be like, okay, I see what it is. because you have I'm giving people the space, the floor, the opportunity to shine. Most people who go live don't do that. I'm giving it to you. I want all the smoke. But because if I'm doing something that's crazy, I kind of want to know I'm doing something that's crazy. Like if it's constructive criticism, I'll make adjustments if it's warranted. I can have a conversation and say, bro, you going down a dark path or whatever. Like I can deal with that, but I don't even drop enough content to even think that's even necessary. But I'm willing to hear you out. And then after that, we'll see where we are on time and how the conversation is going to go from there and what kind of conversation we will get into. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to my moderators. Tanner, shout out to Tanner, who's a new moderator. Let me make sure that's your name, man. I'm pretty sure it's Tanner. What Tanner has been doing, he's been going to all my videos, especially my lives. And what he's been doing is, because I can't list it because it's not a regular video on screen, in the comments, he's not only telling you the fragrances in order, but he's putting a timestamp so you can skip and go straight to that. That is greatly appreciated because I don't have the time to do it. So I just want to make sure that that's his name because I want to make sure I give the shout out to people who need to get a shout out. Let me make sure I got it pinned. Yeah, Tanner, I was correct. Tanner Zero. So he's a new moderator. Appreciate you coming in. Moderators, people in the comments talking crazy, delete their comment. Their comment doesn't even get to stay. Delete it and block them. They can come on, they can still see the video and they can still come on screen, but they're not going to be immortalized on my channel. That's how I run my house. Everybody else can do what they want to do in their house. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get to it, and then we'll get to the smoke. So let's change energy, let's change focus, and get to the reviews, the reason why you all are here. So, as y'all know, Kilian Fragrances have, I think, a few years ago, maybe about 3 years now, I believe. 2 or 3 years ago, they dropped a line called the Liquors. Now, they had the Cellars, I believe. Their liquor fragrances used to be in what's called the Cellars, which was Straight to Heaven, I think Sacred Woods in that, Apple Brandy, and Single Malt, I believe, was in the Cellars. I believe that's the only 4 that were in the Cellars. But then they came out with the Liquors. And through the Liquors, let's get it started. Appreciate you with the super chat, Tyree. So then they came up with the Liquors. They have Roses on Ice. Y'all already know how I feel about this fragrance. Still probably top 3 from the Liquors easily, because I have all the Liquors here. The next one is a cult favorite. People love this. It's very good to me. And this is Angel Share. Boozy, cognac, cinnamon, almost goes into that ombre tobacco, ombre narguilé kind of vibe, but it's different. It's smoky woods, but and there's a very nutty nuance to it. But if you're a really drinker, like a connoisseur of really good spirits, you know, like Macallan, what else I got up here? Balvin. What else I got here? Glenlivet. You know what I'm saying? Like really good whiskeys. Then you know that there's nuances to those liquors that you can smell, that sometimes you can get a nuttiness to it. So I kind of get that in Angel Shares. I wish it was a little bit more boozy to me. But overall, it is a staple, a compliment getter. But all those kind of like, excuse me, apple pie DNAs work. They just work. They work like a mug. The next one we're going to talk about is one I do enjoy wearing in the autumn. And shoot, looking at this bottle, I didn't even know I actually worn this much of it, because I reached for this a lot in the autumn. This kind of weather where you go from summer, I'll call it transitional. In my opinion, there are 2 transitional seasons in a year. Transitional, where morning is different from the afternoon, or afternoon is different. Well, the same thing. Afternoon is different from the morning. And that's your summer to autumn, it might be hot as hell one day, and then it might get cool at night. And then it's winter to spring, where it can be cold in the morning, hot in the day, or warm in the day, and then cold at night. Again, I live in the East. If you live in California or Florida or the Caribbean, you're looking at me like, huh? What, bro? What are you talking about? It's always hot. I get it. But that's apple brandy on the rocks. I mean, don't trust me, trust the dents. Again, now I know these are refillable, but I haven't refilled this one. But again, apple brandy on the rocks. I like apple brandy more personally, which I have. So what I have is a refill bottle. Why do I have refill bottle? Because these are cheaper. You can get these affordable, especially if you go to like a discounter or a Facebook group. You can get these for like $100 and something. So then go to Amazon and just get you a $5, $2 twist top decant, pour it in there. And I mean, it's the same juice unless you really need the bottle. And the reason why, because I think a bottle is going to run you, if you can find an apple brandy bottle, $275, $325. Nah, I'm good, bro. $140 in this. I'm cool on that. If I come across a bottle for a really good price, I might, because then I can pour the rest of this 50 ml in there. When I use whatever I buy the bottle up, but it ain't for that particular fragrance. It ain't that serious because I don't wear it that often, so it's just not that serious for me. And let me put this to the side over here because I'm gonna be talking about this now. Apple brandy on the rocks. This is very cooling apple. I believe the cardamom is what's making this ice cold, minty, refreshing, cooling effect. Almost the same way it hits in Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, Mont Blanc Legend, that kind of like freshness. I believe pineapple's in here too. Great fragrance. Again, this time of the season, this is where I like to wear it. It's just an easy to wear fragrance. It's not overly complex. It has booze to it. And it's very easy to wear. Very easy to wear. No, I haven't been stopped like people like, bro, what is that you got on? But I know I smell good. It's almost like an easy designer fragrance, if I'm gonna be honest. It's like a really good, easy designer fragrance. But I like it. The next one we have is Lahore Vert. Now this one I need to wear more. And I'm probably going to reach for this in the autumn. There's woody nuances, licorice, and absinthe. Which I never smelt the real one. A lot of people have never smelt that because it's illegal in most places. So I can't tell you what it actually smells like. See, reviewers, you can actually say, I don't know. It's okay to say that. But I don't know what that smells like in real life. So I'm not going to say it has an absinthe boozy. I've never smelt that. I never drunk it. But there's a boozy licorice quality to this fragrance on top of woods. Now, I hate licorice. Like black jelly beans. If you eat black jelly beans, I'm gonna block you because I think black jelly beans, candy corn, yeah, man, I'm an elitist. I'm just gonna block you. I don't trust your taste buds. Your acumen is off. Nah, but really, I never knew when I saw licorice, I was just like, but it is a very solid fragrance. I need to wear it more. I'm gonna do my best to wear it more this year. So if I do a fragrance list that says fragrances I look forward to wearing, this is going to be one I need to burn through half of this by the end of the season, just because it's a good fragrance. I just don't most of the time I've been wearing cedarwood, ouds, vetiver around this time. So I have to make it a habit to wear this, but this doesn't get worn often. I wore it, of course, times when I tested it. But overall, I like it. And I think out of the liquors, because it's different, it's unique, I placed it higher than most of the liquors. Like it was in the top 2 before the next fragrance I'm talking about came out, which is Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Now, ginger, lemon, vodka. It's almost like they took, and I should have pulled that out too, because I have that. I just don't feel like getting it now. Kilian's vodka on the rocks. It's a juniper, musky, cooling, woody Vodka has a smell. It's like woody, has a wetness to it, and a muskiness to it. I get that in this, but I get like some ginger in with like a dash of lemon. This thing here, I'm telling you, when it first came out, I know it was like a 50-50 thing. Some people loved it, some people didn't. In the summertime, because it has an aquatic nature, I believe cologne might be in here. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this in here. And man, like if I live somewhere like in Florida, bro, anywhere near the water, a bar, I mean, this thing rocks, bro. I mean, compliments galore. Somebody said, I'm just looking down the comments. Some said ginger dash or gin tonic. I'm taking Blue Moon Ginger Dash over gin tonics. Not because, well, I do. I think it smells better, but it also performs better. Blue Moon Ginger Dash, and I don't have performance issues on my skin. A gin tonic is about a 5 hour, which I'm cool with, but it's like a 5 to 4 hour fragrance, and I have to like put like 14, 13 sprays. I mean, it's one of them, that fragrance I like to wear to the gym, because I'm only in the gym for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Try to do 45 minutes of cardio, an hour lifting, and then try to maybe hit the sauna for like 15, 20 minutes. So 2 hours, give or take, unless I'm in a rush and I'm in and I'm out. But that's going to do me well for that environment. So I like that. But I would take this any day of the week over gin tonic, me personally. Do whatever you do. And then we're going to get to the one, old fashioned. Some people may try to wonder, how do I get a bottle? Because I don't even think most places in the East Coast have bottles yet. I have a connect in my Facebook group. But to make it even better, and somebody say, oh, well, is it out there? I also have a official tester from a Kilian rep, Mike Hurtado, who sent me this. That's the beauty of buying things retail, people, is you can and Mike didn't. I didn't get this full bottle presentation from Mike. But you develop those relationships. You get samples. You get to know when stuff is coming out. Like, it's just good to have a good rep, because I don't have to pay. I mean, Kilian's always discounted over time. Even when I talk about old fashioned, it'll be discounted. Just be patient and wait. But if you can't, it is what it is. How did it come? It came in the box that all of them come in. It came in a box that all of them come in. If you have one, you have them all. So let's talk about it. I kind of rambled. Let's just get into it. Old fashioned. What is this fragrance? This is boozy. I mean, this is whiskey galore for me. This is like cognac whiskey. This is very peaty, very peaty, very, very wheat-like. Now, one thing that it really reminded me of right off the rip is Kilian's single malt. This, again, I have a refill on this. Why do I have a refill on this? And I'll get to why I think this is also a good release. And I'll get into the pros and cons of both fragrances, single, because they're very similar. They're similar, but I'll get into it. Why do I have this? Because trying to get a bottle of single malt, I think it's like $375, and it's hard to find. I believe it used to be a Russian exclusive, and it's hard to find a bottle. So I have two 50 mLs of it, and I have a Kilian travel atomizer, which, if you've never seen one, it's a magnetic top, and then you fill it in here. And I'm good with having a Kilian atomizer, but let me spray this on, because there is a difference between the two fragrances. There's a difference, and it's not just the plum note. It's not just the plum note. Now, most people won't smell the differences. I don't think that makes people who can elite, but look at it this way. A lot of y'all can't tell the difference from, if I put Balvin, this sweet toast of American oak, in front of you, I'll put this Glenlivet's Caribbean Cask Fusion, and I'll put this Macallan in front of you. Most of y'all couldn't tell a difference. It's just brown liquor and whiskey to you. Not only could you not tell a difference, but you couldn't smell the different nuances. You probably couldn't take the toffee, the dried raisins, the fruits, the cinnamon, the citruses, the zest of lemon in this. You probably can't tell the smoky orange, vanilla, caramel within this one, and some of the tropical fruits like the taste of coconut. You probably couldn't tell it. You really have to develop your nose to smell these differences. And with the Balvin, there's a slight like chocolatey, like dark chocolate essence to this fragrance and a nuttiness to it with a hint of cinnamon. But you have to like develop your nose on that. No different than if somebody put a regular steak in front of you and then they put a Wagyu and you ate both. Some people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a Wagyu and a regular steak. But steak people can. Cigar aficionados can tell the difference between different cigars. A regular person just say, I'm just smoking cigar. It's cool, it's smooth, it's buttery. And then there's people who can really do the essence. So when it comes to, this is single malt. One could simplify it and dumb it down to saying that old fashioned is single malt without the plum. But I think that would be really dumbing it down. Both have that prominent oak, right? But single malt, hold on. This has a hint of smoke to the oak. Like it was sherry cast, a little bit of burntness to it. Nothing crazy though. Almost very similar of a small hint that you get in angel shares. Nothing crazy now. Nothing crazy. But in the wheat in here is amped up. It's almost corn flaky almost. And the vanilla is, the vanilla is absolutely divine. Divine. This is richer. And this is, when I say this is single malt that I'm smelling on this hand and old fashioned on this hand. Single malt has a rich, beautiful darkness to it. And it's all coming from the plum. That makes it very seducing. Both of these are great date night scents. But then there are people who have an apple brandy, the original. I have that in a 50 ml decant. Some people can't tell the difference between apple brandy and single malt without saying one has plum and one has apple. No, they're totally different. They're different. But, you know, most people won't pick up on that. So to summarize it, if I'm going to dumb it down, it's almost like old fashioned is single malt without the plum, without the dark, rich, almost juicy plum. But the vanilla and the wheat are amped up in old fashioned with a hint of seductive, like a very hint of like a little bite. Like if this was a drink, this would have a little bite to it. Almost like caramel toffee bite to it. Even though those aren't notes listed, it has a nice smooth bite to it. But again, you can almost say single malt with no plum if you want to like dumb it down. But they're different. Now the next question is, if I didn't have one on one hand and one on the other hand and wasn't smelling them side by side, could I be confused? Well, now since I own them and I've worn them, no, I wouldn't be confused. It would stand out to me. For the average person, they probably wouldn't be able to really tell the difference. I've owned them both and I've tested them both. So for me, it would stand out. In the air, would it stand out? Probably not. Respectfully and honestly, probably not. So the question is, if you have single malt, do you need old fashioned? For me, clearly, yes, I have them both. I bought it. I had a sample before I had this. I bought it. needed both. It's your money. Figure it out. I ain't your daddy. But you probably, I don't know. I don't like answering people. Like, is it much needed? I don't know. Like, I don't know what's in your collection. I don't know what you do. I don't know your style. I don't know where you be at. I don't know what your pocket's looking like. But what I will say is this. To try to get single malt is going to cost you like what, three something, 325 at the least. 325. I can probably try to go in the Kilian Facebook group and see and search it and see the last one that was sold, but I'm probably like 350, 3 something. These, I think retail is 250. I think they're going to do these in 100 ml from per my Kilian rep, 100 ml. And I think it's 100 ml is going to be 441. I don't think you should really do that. I don't understand why people get the 100 ml. You're better off getting a 50 ml for about 250, I believe is what it's going for. But you wait a while, they'll be 219, 220-ish in Facebook groups or in discounters. If you wait, it'll be about 2 something. But I don't know why you need 100 ml of it unless it's just an aesthetic thing that you need. Get a 50 ml and then just keep buying refills and refill it up when the 50 comes out, refill, because it'll still be cheaper in the long haul. But again, that's like Louis Vuitton. Some people need the 200 ml. I'm just going to get the 100 and I'm just going to refill it when I need to refill it. So, but that's your money. But I don't think it's needed. I don't think you might not need both. If you have single malt, you might not need old fashioned. And the reason why I will kind of say that is they're going to be used for the same situation, right? And to be honest, apple brandy is the same thing. Wherever I would wear single malt, I would wear apple brandy, I would wear old fashioned, I would wear angel share. I would kind of wear those in the same environment. Date nights, steak dinners, rooftop vibes. You know, you outside eating dinner when it's kind of cool in the autumn and they got the silver like fireplace kind of thing outside and you getting warm. Yeah, that's a vibe right there. I would do. You going to a bar? Yeah, you would do it. Now, performance, right? That's what people want to know. Kilian, for the most part, generally speaking, they don't make beast mode fragrances. Some people, I wouldn't consider Angel Share's beast mode. I mean, I guess if you put 16 sprays on, it could be. That's not my swag. That's not what I do. But I think they make very seductive fragrances with great sillage, in my opinion. They make great seductive fragrances with great sillage. So that's what I get out of this. Again, I didn't overspray it, and I think it's out of season. I want to get a little bit cooler where I can wear this now that I have a full bottle and I already burnt through the sample. I think Autumn Nights is gonna just do, yeah, bro. Compliments gonna have the same compliments you got with Angel. Hold on, this not Angel share right there. That's more. The same compliments you got with Angel's share, you're gonna get with this. It is. This is almost like, you know what it is? This is almost like, you know how they got apple brandy on the rocks? This is single malt on the rocks. But it's not really, but yeah. It's like dyed single malt. But it's good. And it's different. But it is the same vibe. So figure it out. If you're a Kilian collector, you're going to get it. If you're somebody who just like to have all of the liquors because you like the bottle presentation setup, you're going to get it. I think you should. If you're somebody who doesn't have single malt and this comes out, I think you should just get this. I think you don't need to have single malt unless you just want to say you have it. They're going to do the same thing, and this is more affordable. It's like they repackaged single malt and made it affordable for you in the 200s. And gave you a bottle with it. I think that's a win for me. So for me, I think there's going to be one of their. I think that's a great release. Old Fashioned is a great release. I highly recommend it. Again, I paid for this bottle. It's going to get compliments. Great date night fragrance. expect to see it on a lot of lists. When people get their hands on bottles, autumn comes, autumn time, date night, seductive, panty dropper list, compliment list, that's going to make the list. Just like Angel Share, that's going to make the list. People will probably stop talking about Angel Share and start talking about this. Masculine, feminine. That's what people want to know. Is it masculine or feminine? A lot of women wear masculine fragrances. And men tend to wear feminine fragrances. Ain't that funny? Women wear masculine fragrances. You know why? Because when you walk by me, I'm like, damn, that's good, girl. What you wearing? Because I kind of want to wear it myself. When I walk by some women, they be like, damn, that's good. What you wearing? Because they want to wear it sometimes. It kind of works that way. I've noticed more women wearing masculine fragrances and compliment them than I have wearing like regular, like traditional women fragrances. That's just me being honest. But I think it smells like whiskey. I mean, if you smell this and you say, oh, this is masculine, then it's going to be masculine. I think it leans masculine, or it's unisex. It's a unisex fragrance to me, just like Angel Share. But if you're somebody who like white florals, things of that nature, then I would stay away from, if you're a white floral girly, you're a tuberose girly, you like cotton candy scents, this is going to be too masculine for you. Stay away from Kilian's Old Fashioned. It'll be too masculine for you. You'll want this for your boyfriend, your husband, your uncle, your father. That's who needs this. You stay away from that if that's your vibe. If Angel Share is your vibe, give it a try. If Single Malt is your vibe, give it a try. Again, that's my full review on Kilian's Old Fashioned. At this point, if you got questions before I move on, put them in there because I'm not scrolling through it. Let me see some questions now so I can answer it, and then we're going to move on as I take a sip because I'm looking at the screen now. So if you got questions on it, only this, let's talk about it so I can get them out. Anybody got questions? Again, I don't think you need to rush to get it. Don't let influencers tell you that because this is going to be on a complimented list, because I'm telling you it's going to be on there, because it's going to be on a date night list, I'm telling you it's going to be on there. Head turning list, it's going to make it. It's going to be on there. It might even be on the list I do. Don't feel a need that, oh my God, I got to have it. Bro, relax. Wait for it to hit Costco. Wait for it to hit Fragrance Buy. Wait for it to hit Old Factor Factory. Wait for it to hit Vimba. Like, wait, it'll be cool. Wait. But if you want to do retail, which I'm okay paying retail for Kilian stuff, I have. Blue Moon Ginger Dash was Kilian. Actually, all my liquors outside of this, I pay retail for. Only this one I didn't. I got it from a Connect where I paid for it. So that's it. Let me make sure he's right. I bought Feminine fragrances. See if it's worth a blind buy. I don't think it's worth. I mean, blind buy. If you try Single Malt and you like it, cool, get it. I think it's blind buy worthy. If you like boozy fragrances, get it. I think it's blind buy worthy. If you, after owning Angel Share, think that was blind buy worthy, then you can blind buy it. But me, y'all know me, I say sample everything. So figure that out. That's your money. Oh yeah, Kilian does make good lotions. If they make this, I should have said that. If you can get a Kilian lotion with that pairs with the fragrance, and you put your non-scented. Do I have it down here? I don't think I have it down here. If you put your Lucerne lotion, that nice for dry skin, you put that on, then put your Straight to Heaven lotion on or your Black Phantom lotion on, let that set, and then put the fragrance over. Bro, Siage monster. That body temperature heat up, over with. We got 230-something people. I know we had 240-something people. Please hit the like button. I'm trying to bring you this good content. We're going to move on from we're going to move on to what a lot of people have talked about, and that is Mancera fragrances. Now, I know recently, Eric, a lot of people have been getting on it. I know I always call the two Mancera daddies. No, I'm with the pause. Man, I can't call no man daddy, bro. That was crazy. That's insane. But the Mancera Kings, the two that I knew when this game was really starting, people was getting on Mancera, is Eric from Centrifugal Force Mancera king. Nobody can like, that's the king of Mancera. Like, when it comes to Mancera, he had them all. Eric is, when it comes to Mancera, Eric has before Mancera got popular. Eric was on that centrifugal force. And there was a guy on IG. I think around 2020, he kind of deleted his IG, but his name was Mr. Mancera or something like that. He still might find a video on YouTube. His entire content was doing nothing but Mancera. He owned literally every single Mancera. It was like Mr. Mancera or something like that. Those were and then after that, I came, because I had like 50 Manceras, 30, and then now everybody got Manceras. It's cool. But I took a break from them. I think their fig fragrance blew me. I blind bought that because I had Pearl. It blew me, not because it ain't necessarily good, but it smelled like Effin' Fabulous from Tom Ford, like a inspired version of Effin' Fabulous. And it was like leathery and green and woody. And it just, I need to revisit that, because I was like, man, like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, this kind of blew me. So I kind of been like, they was on a run, and then I was just like, I can't be doing this. Plus, the way I've been buying fragrances, I was just like, I don't need to keep buying Mancera, because I need that money for like $600 Boadiceas that I'm buying. And yes, I'm okay with paying that. But anyway, let's get on and talk about Amberful. So right off the rip, I think this is a great release from Mancera. Now, I try to stay away from people's reviews and thoughts the same way I did when I got the sample of Old Fashioned, because I don't like being influenced. And I stayed away from most people's talks about it. I haven't seen a single review over it, but I did see in Fragrantica, which I don't put no really stock in it, that people was comparing this to Ganymede. I get why you say that, but this ain't Ganymede. Is it in the ballpark? Yeah, they both play in the NBA. It's not like, Ganymede plays hockey and this plays basketball. They're both in the NBA, right? But they're two totally different positions. And one of the things that separates this difference between this and Ganymede is Ganymede has that like aquatic mineral. I don't even say aquatic, that mineral suede. It has that saffron, that like deep, rich, buttery brown suede with that mineral effect. With this almost fruity, you get that juicy mandarin, but yet you get this peachy undertone, which is coming from tuberose, I believe is in Ganymede, that you get. It's a fruity nuance there. This has that mineral effect, but to be honest, in the dry down, it goes also somewhere else with it. But this is like citrus heaven. This is like citrus, but it's sharp citrus. Ganymede isn't sharp citrus. It isn't. I think you can own Ganymede, you can own this, and you're not far off. If you're getting this and you're thinking for even a split second that you're going to have anything close to Faith, no, they're not in the same stratosphere. I'm telling you, that ain't me knocking. I'm a Mancera fan. I'm not knocking it because of price. They're not in the same stratosphere. If this is a Lamborghini, that is a Kia Stinger. They're not the same. But Kia Stingers are good cars. Just the Kia boys keep stealing your car. But it's Kia Stinger. But this is a really good release. Is this a top 10 Mancera for me? I've worn it every day for the last almost every day. That's why I haven't really been posting my day. Because I've been doing that for about 2-3 weeks. I took a couple of days off wearing something else, but I've been rocking a lot of this. I wish I can show you the dent that would come through here, but it is down here somewhere. Like, I've been wearing this. I like it though. I like it a lot. It's fresh. Some people would say, and I would agree with them, that this is Ganymede Sport. If they had a sport flanker of Ganymede, this would be it. I can see that. I'll go with that. Is it better than Bois Imperial? No, Bois Imperial. I'm taking Bois Imperial over this too. I am, personally. If you like the citrus aspect, cool. But I think this is just a smoother fragrance. And this is cheaper than everything. This is just smooth, man. There's no sharpness. And Mancera's a tad bit sharp. I don't know if that's the yuzu or just Mancera being... Yeah, Bois Imperial. I'm taking Bois Imperial over that. Dang. I'm taking Bois Imperial over that. Yeah, I have to find it. I don't know where that top went. But back to Mancera. When you spray this on, you get this rich sweetness, this mineral effect of freshness to it. And I'm getting some woods. As it begins to transition and dry down, it like that mineral falls back for me. And I get just citrus, a bright citrus woods. Now, when I know before they released the notes and before people got their nose on it, when I saw Amberful, in my mind, I was thinking, which probably most people was thinking, a rich amber, right? Like a winter like amber. Fragrances like Amber Aria. Like I'm sure people was thinking that, like, oh, we're gonna get this winter amber, fruity, very nice amber fragrance. I think Amberful is more of an ambergris spin take on the name of freshness. And it's probably using a lot of ambroxan in this. I think they said they have an amber accord in here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an ambroxan or something like that. But other than that, like this to me is a great fragrance. It's going to get you compliments. Nothing crazy. Again, faith in Bois Imperial when it comes to compliments will, to me, on my skin, and I've been places, runs laps around this in a compliment factor thing for me. But I don't need the validation. And at the end of the day, I think it's a good release. It is a really good release. From the House of Mancera, I would probably, it's going to be top 15. I would have to really think about it, but I think it can probably make my top 10 Mancera. And I'm rough on them. Like, I don't think Cedroc Boisé is a top 15 to me. That or the flanker of it is not a top 15 to me. But this is signature scent worthy. So I like this. When can you wear this? I think it's easy to wear. I don't think it's challenging at all. You can wear this. You're going to get compliments on this. You can wear this any season. This is going to rock. I don't care where you go, what you're doing. You can dress this up. I like it more of a casual thing, but I wouldn't. If I'm going formal, I probably wouldn't dress this up. If I'm going formal, I would wear Faith, and I would even wear Bois Imperial. This is a fun fragrance. This is like casual. For me, casual. That's what I like to wear, this casual. You can wear this to work, but the beauty is you can wear this to work, then go to the happy hour and still be smelling good. I got great longevity. Longevity was not an issue for me on this. But this is not a room filler. Don't think red tobacco. It was moderately like pushing out, moderate. Nothing crazy. But what I will say is when I sprayed it in the air, my daughters was like in another room. They was like, "Ooh, that smelled good," when I was spraying it, when it was in the air. So it would smell from a little bit of distance, probably 10 feet, spraying it in a place. But at that point, circulation in the air. But again, don't think of this as a room filler. Sprays I was doing on this, I was doing about 6 to 8 sprays I was wearing on this on average. When I went to the gym, it was about 4 in the gym because my body temperature is going to rise, and it started pushing. Regular, like indoors, about 6. Outside, I was going about 8. I ain't need to do no more than that. Other than that, a great fragrance. I think this is going to be really nice. But again, sample it. It has a sharpness to it. I'm going to be honest. For me, it has a sharpness to it that could, in the opening, that could turn people off. Could turn people off. And I think, again, Bois Imperial is a, if I'm judging them, is a better fragrance. And of course, Faith is, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. But a good release. I like it. And I'm pretty sure I know it's a top 15, and it might make top 10 Mancera if I really put my brain on Mancera. So with that said, those are my full reviews on both of those fragrances. If you have any questions, let's get to it. And then we're going to get to the smoke. We're going to get to all the smoke. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna pin this. Let me get the give me 1 second. I'm going to pin to join StreamYard app. So if anybody wants to come on, and I'm going to do who needs to come on and why you need to come on. Let me copy that. The type of people that I'm going to let on. But let me get to this first. All right, I'm live there. Okay, let me put this. Yeah, I saw somebody in the comments say the sharpness is not for them. Mancera sometimes has not as sharp as I find Montal to be. Montal just be they're opening. Why is this not pinning? All right, there it is. Pin message. I think it's pinned in the top. Okay. Let me get myself together and we're gonna get to it. We are going to get to it. All right. If anybody don't want to see the smoke and you just came for those reviews, you can exit up out of here. I won't be offended. We might get to talking about fragrances later in the video. You can watch the replay, but we're just going to go ahead and get into the smoke. And the reason I'm addressing this is because I've had enough comments that have showed up into my videos that I just delete, but I make a mental note of those comments. So I'll address them and we can get from there. So, rules of engagement. If you have an issue with anything I've ever said or done, come on camera. It's enough of y'all who have typed in comments, talk real crazy. Here's your time to come on camera. I would urge you, if you come on camera, to be respectful. I just think it makes for better conversation. It makes for more educational. At the end of the day, it's educational. Because what I'm not going to do is argue with you. I like to have discourse because I don't really have to have people agreeing with me. I appreciate you stopping through, Evan. I appreciate people disagreeing with me. That's how people get smarter. I don't need yes men and I don't need everybody to agree with me. Although I think most of the things I say is logical. I'm not that illogical person, so it makes sense that a good portion of people would agree with me, but I know some people going to disagree with me, and I'm cool with that. This is not a conversation over, I like this fragrance, and it, I don't, Faith didn't really work on me. Cool, bro. I don't really care. That's not the conversation, because every fragrance isn't going to work on everybody. It's just not. But it works on me, and since it's my channel, and I'm talking about what works on me, that's how that works. Y'all good to say it on your channel or start a channel and talk about how things work for you. It's cool. So we're gonna do that. Again, this is people that I want to come on or people that disagree with me. If you agree with me, I don't need you to come on. Don't hit the link, because this isn't the show, at least today, where you come on and we just talking and vibing and we buddies and all. Bro, nah, I'm gonna respectfully be like, what's your issue? If you be like, nah, I just want the show, look, bro, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna have to stop you and be like, all right, we gotta move on. This is not that show. Come on another day. I'm telling you all this so you don't think it's disrespectful if you come on and be like, bro, I just want to come on and show love. That ain't the time. I'm telling you, we have adults. Most adult men follow me. We know how to follow directions. I'm being respectful. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do before I do it. This is not that show. If y'all want to show love and let's just vibe, let's just talk. This ain't that show. Don't come do that because I'm just going to kick you off. I'm gonna stop you in mid talk. What's your issue? Let's just get straight to it. And if you don't get to it, I'm kicking you off and I'm moving on to the next topic. I'm telling you, you've been warned. Don't be offended when it happens. You've been told. This is not that show. So, with that being said, to join is pinned at the top. You have an opportunity to do that. We're hour in. I'm only going to do this for probably about 30 minutes at the most. We'll see how that goes. 20 minutes at the most. If there's no smoke, then there's no smoke. It's cool. We can move on. So then everybody who's here, you see, I gave people the opportunity. You see them talking crazy in other people's posts on their own video, then you know, you can be like, oh, bro, you weird for that. Because he gave you mad opportunity to come on and say what you guys say. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't need nobody coming to me saying, hey, blah, 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 blah is blah, blah, blah. Yo, I don't want to hear it. Everybody got an opportunity. I gave everybody an opportunity to say this is happening this week. Y'all had like 2 weeks to prepare. So there it is. And that's just to really have a conversation. Again, a disagreement. This ain't an arguing. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't argue with men in real life or women, especially women. I'm not going to argue with you in real life. I'm damn sure ain't going to do it on the internet. But I think in order for things to grow, I think a healthy discourse is cool. I like discourse. And rest in peace to Phil Donahue. That's what made him great in his show. He would have Farrakhan and the KKK on his same show in the good old days when TV used to get to the issues. Now it's reality TV and nonsense. But they used to, real journalism, they would get to it, bro. They would have two opposing forces. Phil Donahue, rest in peace to that man. Great journalism. He died today, I believe, at the age of 88. So rest in peace to that man. All right. We'll get into some of the things that have come across my desk that we talk about. And I'm going to play let me play a clip and then I'm going to get into the first part.
If that's what I was looking for. However, here's the thing. I never set out looking for validation because the whole key to MCing and the whole key to even life and being successful is to be self-validated. The validation comes when you validate yourself. You got to have self-validation. You got to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'm going to go kick ass. I'm going to get that job interview. I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to take my life and my career and elevate it. I'm going to go, I believe in me. When you believe in you and you self-reference you, when you understand deep in your heart and in your soul that you're capable of going to the next level, you don't need no validation from nobody else. I don't walk in no rooms wishing that somebody would say something different. I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's important.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is record sales, is ticket sales validation? Does that validate?
Everything can be validation of social, everything. A motherfucker can tell you they like your shirt and it's validation. You're gonna go buy 900 of the same fucking shirt. So you keep getting validate me some more. Validate me some more. And he said, hey, got that validation. Motherfucker, what about your L? Got that validation. Got that validation for you, partner. Like, what are we doing? We're going to just validate, like just be validated out? Like, what we doing, man? We're going to roll up some got that validation pack. Like, we're going to just roll up the validation pack. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, so it's just like, yo, listen, man, it's nothing wrong. Listen, I love awards just like the next man.
Right.
I love accolades like the next man. And I respect them too. And I respect all of those bodies that bestow those honors on me. I really do. And you do have millions of people who think that LL is the GOAT. It doesn't matter whether they show up in this poll or that survey or whatever, because I see them every day in the comments.
Right.
Every day. Every day. If you go in my comments right now on YouTube and you look at passion, you'll see it. But the point is, how do you feel about you? How do you feel about your game? When you step on the court, when you step on the field, are you on your A game?
Right.
Are you maximizing your potential? Are you being the best that you could be? When you bone up for that bar exam, are you on your A game? You know what I'm saying? Do you need somebody to tell you you look great today? Like this.
That's going to lead into this one part. Validation. That was LL from the Club Shay Shay interview with LL Cool J, the God MC. So Validation. He said something there. He said, are you the type that need validation? And you got it's 20 shirts and I got to buy some more validation. That's what some of y'all do with fragrances. Y'all need the validation. Some of y'all, again, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. This should only offend those this apply to. Everybody else, I ain't talking to you. If this applies to you, I'm talking straight to you. You need the validation. You seek it. You have a collection and you're buying stuff that you don't need, overspending, because somebody told you that, oh, that smells good. And why did I play that before I get to this one part? We're going to get into shilling, because that was one thing that came into one of my comments. And that's, I don't really want to get into other people's content, right? I kind of want to deal with my thing since it was responded to in my comment. Shilling and pushing. If I'm a logical person. Again, we have tons of men who subscribe and follow me, right? If I'm shilling, I'm hustling backwards. I don't do enough content. As of October 28th of 2019 was the first time I ever dropped a video. October 18th to October 28th, 2019. First video I ever talked about, I believe. Since then, I only have 245 videos in total. I drop once every 2 months. I don't care, bro. I don't care about this internet stuff. If I had the time, I was on the phone with my brother Darian a couple of weeks ago. We talked about a lot of things. I'm not getting in those conversations. We was vibing for about an hour and a half. Maybe we was just talking on the phone, just building. And I think prior to that, I had a conversation with Big Beard, and we were just vibing, just building and shit with those brothers. Just life and a whole bunch of other things, right? The business aspect and everything else that goes with it, right? And maybe if I cared, I would do batch recording to get some stuff done, because it's just a lot of work for me, and I just got other things going on, bro. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Like, my life is so much bigger than talking fragrances all day long. This is not a shot. I'm talking about me and speaking for my life because I live it. I can't speak for what other people are doing. I have so many other things going on. Everything. Trying to be a father, trying to make sure business is on point. I'm building the house. Like, I'm got other things going on. Make sure my money right. You just can't in a market where the interest rate is 7%. Well, it dropped a little bit, it's like 6.75. But you do the house. You do the math on what that's going to come out of pocket. Let you figure that out. Because I don't want to talk money, but I'll let you figure that out. I just don't have the time. And when I do have the time and I'm on YouTube, you know what I'm watching? Especially since I've been in the process of preparing and doing things. Like, I knew that I studied the housing market. I study it a lot. And I was like, I kind of want to get a new build. I kind of want a house. I made this decision probably about a year ago. And I said, well, I study history. And I'd be like, well, during an election year, interest rates are high. They was like 8% or whatever, like a year ago or something like that. And I said, well, during the election year, your interest rates dropped. And what happened? The Feds announced they was going to drop now, and they're going to drop all the way up until 2026. So I'm hoping that around 2026, they can get down to about 4.25, give or take, 4.25. But I also know that there's seller markers. There's a seller market and there's a buyer market. When the interest rates drop low, there's going to be a lot of buyers. Now, the problem with that is it's not a lot of inventory out there. And if it is, then it could be a buyer's market because there's a lot of inventory. Prices don't go up. But because the U.S. is like 500 million, I believe, homes short in the U.S., it's not enough inventory. So prices going to kind of go up as they go. So I paid attention to these things. And sometimes when you want to do a new build, and the interest rates are high and people aren't really buying, they kind of give you incentives. Maybe they'll finish a basement so you don't have to pay for that. That's about $70,000. Maybe they give you another room. That's about another $50,000. Maybe they give you elevation. That's another $20,000. And they give you maybe about $40,000 in closing costs. Like they $20,000 closing costs. Like they kind of, when stuff is good, you're gonna have to pay for that finished basement. You're gonna have to pay for the elevation. You're gonna have to pay for that premium lot. These are things you have to like strategically plan for, but your money got to be right so you can jump on things when opportunity arises. The housing market is stable. People are buying. Though we're not going to get the crash in 08. It's never going to happen. If you're waiting for that crash, you short, because the longer you wait, it's just going to go up. Rates supposed to go up like 3.25 before the end of the year. Like, I mean, the values of homes should go up by 3.25 by December. But anyway, this is not what this video is about. I'm busy. So I'm watching videos like pros and cons. I'm thinking about materials. I'm watching design. I want to redesign my house. In my basement, I want to create, I'm gonna have a fragrance recording area, but I also got I got in my office upstairs, and then I have another office upstairs. I got like 2 offices upstairs, but then I have another room in the basement. I want to make a cigar lounge, a whiskey cigar lounge, which means after I get it built, I got to rip up the floor, because if you're smoking cigars in there, you don't want soft materials and smoke in because it'll be in the carpet and then your place is stink. You got to get the humidor, all this stuff. So I'm going to put some leather couches. I'll probably color drench. If you don't know what color drench, it's probably because you don't watch like design stuff. But that's when you paint everything one color from the baseboards to the ceiling and everything. Probably that dark and moody, probably like a black, put some wood, some light, some warm lights. Warm, like the yellow lights, warm lights instead of bright whites. And I got some things I want to do in there that's also going to cost a grip to like build that out, right? So I'm watching stuff like that. I'm watching financial videos. The last thing I'm watching, to be honest, is like fragrance videos and fragrance content. It's just not, one, I'm not looking to buy anything. And there's nothing nobody going to do that's going to sell me. And 90% of everybody's talking about the same thing anyway. Clone fragrances. I don't even watch clone videos. I'm not interested in buying none of that shit. Respectfully. Not saying it's good. I'm saying I'm not interested in buying it. So I don't need to watch that content. I don't watch it at all. I don't click on it. And that's even from my guys. My guys doing it, I don't watch it. I mean, I might play it so they can get watch time when I'm going to sleep, but watching it, nah, bro, I'm not consuming that content. It's a waste. I could use my 10 minutes somewhere else doing something else, right? So if I'm chilling, as it was like more than one person said, I'm hustling ass backwards. I would be doing way more content. But let's kind of somewhat take it off me and let's just talk about chilling in general, right? Yeah, good black color. That's what I'm kind of going with. Black, browns, earth tones, make it really dark and moody. Get me some cigar books and whiskeys and bro, I want to do a lot, but that's room within itself is probably going to be 20. It's going to run a little bit. Like to build that out and get somebody to build that out, it might be like 15, 20,000. I gotta have that. Ducats, I'm not running credit. I gotta pay that. Means you gotta prepare, you gotta save, and you can't save when you're just buying useless stuff all the time that don't appreciate in value. I'm not a financial advisor. Figure it out. It's your money. But let's just talk about it in general. Shilling, is it a bad thing? This is the weirdest community, and I don't know if the girlies of Fragcom have these issues, because I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, a lot of them, and this is where I get a lot of my content and ideas from, because I sit around and I see grown ass adult men crying too much, crying too damn much, like too much about things that just don't make much sense to me. So I want to kind of get an understanding of it. Shilling, every other business in life, somebody's pushing a product. Do y'all think Shaq is driving a Kia? Are people mad at Shaq because you bought a Kia? This Kia wasn't that good, Shaq. I blind bought a Kia. No, you know what happens? You see Shaq in a Kia, you be like, oh man, that joint look nice. Or that Toyota Camry, you say, man, that joint nice. Let me go test drive it. At least I hope that's what you're doing. You test drive it. You drive it, you get all the features, you figure some stuff out, and then you decide if I'm going to buy it or not. You said, give an example of people crying. Yeah, y'all crying about fucking shilling. And I'm going to get into it. Cry too much about it. Because I sat down and I thought about it, right? Because I don't know, maybe I'm different. Again, I'm going by my audience, right? If I had high school kids following me, I can get that influence. Can be a little silly. I get that. College kids, maybe your brain's not fully developed. I can get that. 40-year-old men crying. Let's just get to it. Let me say a name. Curly Fragrance, right? Did a fragrance on Soulja Boy's Draco, or with an S Boy by Draco, right? I talked about it. I ain't do a review. I said, it ain't really for me. Cool. It ain't for me. Did she get paid or didn't get paid? I don't know. If she did, I don't care. If she got paid, good for her. Good for her. They made money off her video. Good for her. But here's my thing. Why couldn't y'all just do what I did? Get a sample? Somebody bought it. Buy samples. Why couldn't you do that? If you blind bought that fragrance, I blame yourself. I'm going to blame you. In any other fragrance, I blame you. You're a grown-ass adult man. You're an adult man. You got a mortgage. You got kids. You run a house. I hope you do, or your own house if you're single. But you run a house, and you let somebody you don't know control your assets? That's crazy to me. I need to start selling y'all fake crypto and get rich off y'all. Scam. Like, you can't, again, maybe because I'm not that influenced. I am, but I'm not. Like, I just be like, oh, cool, sound good, I'll sample it. But I blame you. I blame you. First of all, I'm going to blame you for a lot of different reasons. This young lady came into the game and blew up. She got it like 100,000 in 1 year. She didn't get 100,000 in 1 year because she gave such in-tuned note breakdowns of fragrances. She sold y'all pussy. Not hers, but I'm saying she sold y'all sex, bro. That's what I don't really consume her content, like watch a little bit and I ain't consume her content the same way I didn't really consume Jeremy fragrance content wasn't for me. Because when I looking to buy something, I don't need you to really sell me pussy because I never had a problem getting pussy in my entire life. When I was young, they were like, oh, you're going to be a heartbreaker. Bro, I never had issues with this. So I don't really get the whole, like, Jeremy sold that. He sold that with the girls on his videos. And what I will give him credit for is he dropped top 10s. For those of you new to Fragcom, there was a time where top 10s were only done for seasonal videos. Spring, winter, summer, autumn. That's it. Other than that, you got a video when it was a singular review. That was Fragcom. It wasn't top 10 to wipe your ass. Top 10 to go take a shit. Top 10 when you need to vomit. Top 10 when you want to walk down the street and see your neighbor. Top 10 when you want to, pull your panties to the side and get banged out by a boy. Top 10 when you want to go pound. Like, bro, it's changed. People said, oh, this works. I need to get on with the hustle. That's one of many reasons I don't do content. Because it's almost like a hustle that I was talking to Darian about this. I'm sure he don't mind talking about it because this is me, but I was talking to Darian. I said, part of me, like, I'm bored with it, right? The community has bored me. So I only pop out when it's time for me to talk about something that I think is relevant. But it's boredom to me. It ain't that much talking about fragrances every day. For me, I'm speaking for me. This is not a shot at anybody. Do what you do for your own hustle. But for me, it's like me being a drug dealer and saying, well, they're going to buy crack from somebody. They might as well buy it from me. And consciously, I haven't brought myself to want to do that. I'm doing well without YouTube. Clearly, y'all see, I'm not making no real money on this. And I'm living good. Which is why shilling is always funny to me. But y'all don't watch her, and y'all never started watching her and subscribe to her, because if you did, it's your own fault. And not because she's not entertaining young lady. But she sold you pussy. So one, I'm gonna blame you for being thirsty for watching videos to figure out how you can get more pussy. That's an issue that you need to cope with. Because the videos I saw, a handful of videos was, this is some pussy. You can get some pussy with this. You can get some pussy for that. She'll give you the best sloppy top of your life for this. Bro, like, she ain't literally say that, but I mean, in essence, that's what they sold. Like, y'all chose to subscribe to that. Y'all chose to watch that. And you chose that she said, if you wear this, you're going to get some ass. And the women will like it. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You mad at Shaq for buying a Kia? When you buy an Apple cell phone, when you see commercials on TV, whose fault is that? No, seriously, grown man. Going to your bank account and to your wallet and you buy it. Whose fault is that? Like, let's be on grown man time here. Yeah, bro. Hood, I seen you disappear too, bro. Hood sense in the house. Bro, it's like, it's the same redundant shit, bro. That's why I don't do content. Because I be like, y'all, I mean, reality is y'all bore me. Not y'all no particular person, but in general, it's the same thing, everyday redundancy. It's just redundant. And it's really not new stuff. And respectfully, the person who talk about the most new stuff, if anybody, would be Sebastian. For me, he be talking about stuff I ain't never heard of. I'd be like, oh, okay, I need to see what he talking about. But even then, I ain't really looking to buy a fragrance. So even then, I don't really consume his content. Since April, ain't about April, maybe May, I ain't really consumed nobody content. I've been busy. And I've been consuming other content. Guns, cars, money, homes, decor. That's what my FYP looks like. Homes. You look at my FYP, it is homes, bro. Matter of fact, let me pull up my Instagram FYP. Bro, it is all absolute and utter homes. Homes, bro. Homes. No fragrances here. Homes, bro. It's not a fragrance on my FYP. That's what I consume. So, y'all mad at her because she said this to get ass. You really thought you was going to get some ass with this, with Draco. Or, I say for me, this is undefeated with compliments. For me, I stand on it. I paid for it. But let's say I got it free. Do it really change my opinion? I got ass. I mean, I ain't get ass for this, but I'm saying, bro, like hugs, bro, like, when I wear this, I'm not playing games, but that works for me. It don't have to work for you, bro. I'm not telling you to go sample. Just sample. You might be like, I got something like it, or I got Ganymede. I'm cool with Ganymede. I don't really need that. Like, have some discipline, financial discipline. But let's say I was gifted this, and let's just say I was paid. Let's make it up. I'm paid. Boadicea sent me this, said, bro, I'm gonna give you like $5,000 to talk about this. Right? Now, for granted, if I'm paid, there's certain legalities I have to let you know. That is promotion, that I was paid. Even free bottles, I was supposed to let you know. Bottles were sent, promotion. It's the FCC, the Trade Commission. I have to let you know that. That is you supposed. Any fragrance reviewer not telling you it got sent to them, not putting paid promotions or whatever, not listing it, they are violating. That I'm never going to downplay that. They have to do that. If they on here, they better do it. If you're a new fragrance reviewer and you aren't disclosing that, you have to. It is not debatable. Let's not debate it. You have to do it. But let's just say I was paid for this and I put promotion, paid promotion, whatever the case is. And I said, man, bro, this shit, drop cheeks. I got the the silliest slop top, boom, 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 this, and this. I bought this, and somebody gave me a Ferrari. You're gonna be like, oh man, I gotta go get it. I want a Ferrari too, and I want floppy top in the back. Y'all 5? Why don't you say, oh man, it sounds pretty good. Let me get a sample. Then you get it and be like, bro, this shit is job mid. Like, I got a sample of this. It's like, it's kind of mid. I'm cool. It's cool on it. It's not bad. Smell good. But I'm like, don't really have a place. Like, and when I say a place, the more you get, the more you smell, the less you will wear it. And then you will buy stuff knowing that you won't wear it doesn't make much sense to me. So you're going to be like, why am I wearing this? So y'all got mad. A lot of people mad. Like, bro, they shut bro, you're shelling. Like, bro, people, and it's always, most of the time I get these comments anytime I talk about George. I probably got like 20 comments that I deleted and blocked people when I talked about this fragrance, Seraphine Blue. This is a dent, bro. I don't decant my shit out. This is my dent. My dent. It probably has, the biggest dent out of all the Zaharoffs I own. And I own all of them besides the first Soul or Justin's first fragrance. More dense than any of them. Now, some of it is because, honestly, a lot of his stuff aren't beast mode performing fragrances. So I'm going about 12, 13 sprays when I spray it on. So you do the math, you add it up. But just because I'm chilling, I have every one of George fragrances, right? Every one of them. I think there's only been about 3 or 4 that I probably even reviewed. That I've ever reviewed. So if I say I like this, then I do. Now, this was gifted to me for free. It was. I tell you that. I never hide that. It was gifted to me. Don't take away the fact that when I went to the gym, this is what happened. I don't care if you buy it. I don't. Respect, George. I love you. Respectfully. But like, that's his business thing. I like that George is taking chances. What is this? To me, this is almost like a combination of citrine, and a little bit of Coco Loco, but then made it really soapy. I like fresh, soapy fragrances. You smell clean. I don't always like to smell cologne sometimes. It's like a lot of musk, but I like musky fragrances. I like white musk. I like that. And I like the sea breeze aspect of it. But I like that. It fits in my collection of hundreds of different style of fragrances. I got fragrances like this. Then I got fragrances that's like sharp, hard leather. I mean, hard, oody leather. Like Alta Parisi, I keep forgetting the name, the leather fragrance, Cocoon or something like that. Bro, that shit is smoke, bro, smoke. That might make leather tobacco, might put leather tobacco to shame when it comes to the smoke. I got ouds. I got ouds that smell good. I have earthy ouds. I have barnyard ouds. Bro, I like variety. Why? Because I'm a collector. I don't need to have 50 Aventus clones that all smell the same. No, I like variety. I like variety in my collection. This doesn't smell like anything in my collection. So I like it. In uniqueness, I give it to him. It's aquatic, it's fresh. It almost gives me that Mancera French Riviera, which I also like. The air of the sea breeze, it reminds me every time I go to the Caribbean, the way the air smells. There's a nostalgic thing for me when I smell the air. It reminds me of Belize. San Pedro, Belize. I'm out Secret Beach, if you ever been there. And you can smell the air. The water is clear as day. The water is like this. There's nostalgia for me for that. So I can relate to that fragrance. I don't wear this for the compliments, but I got one compliment that one time when I wore it to the gym. And since then, no one stopped me and whatever, but it was an event that happened. But in my comments, you shilling or I don't like it. Cool, you don't have to like it. I never told you to. I never told you to buy it. I said, this is what happened to me. This is what I like. I don't control your assets. Be a man and make a decision. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm just going to tell you what I like about it, my experience with it. You make a choice on what you're going to do with your money. So the whole shilling thing is like, it's weird to me. It's weird. I don't care if Jen Sense, Kuba, everybody was getting paid to talk about every list they come up with. I don't care if they was getting paid. I don't really care if they lied. You know why? Because I don't even trust 100% of my own mother. My mother tell me something, I go search it. I do the knowledge. Maybe because that's from the culture I do. I'm going to do the knowledge to your wisdom. I'm going to 12 your shit. I'm going to do the knowledge to your wisdom to gain an understanding. And through said understanding, I'm going to bring forth culture. What are we talking about? I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do, you say this, I'm going to check it out. You say this happens, I'm going to research it. It ain't really much people. I take their word for I don't trust nobody's word. You say something, I'm going to research it. Which means if you say this and this and this, I'm going to at least try to get a sample. Or I'm going to try to get my own nose on it. I don't care what you said about it. But I'm a grown-ass man. And I don't let other people hold my pockets. So I don't understand how other people do that. You said, EQ, let me get your opinion on Dura. I don't like Dura. Dura was not for me. And that's from the House of Spirit of Dubai, which is why I'm really not remotely interested in their second generation of Dura, their new Dura batch. I'll smell it. But bro, Dura might be the strongest fragrance ever that I've ever smelled. Let's start there. You cannot scrub that off. If you put that on skin, you are stuck. You are stuck for 20. I don't care how many baths you take in a day, you're stuck. And that smells like ocean, clam. Bro, it's and then it's like oud, but it's like earthy oud. It's not even like a wearable fresh oud. It's like barnyard. It is not for me, which is why I own every Spirit of Dubai. I own all of them except for that one. And it ain't because I can't afford it. It's because I have no desire to have that in my collection. I'm cool on that. So I'm cool on that. Talk to him. But yeah, so it's the shilling part. Listen, man, y'all getting upset, and I get it, but I don't get it. Because I don't sit around getting mad at Shaq because he talking about Kias, knowing that he don't got no damn Kias. He ain't driving around no Lincoln. Shaq is in a Bentley, and he ain't doing Bentley commercials. And I'm not sitting around upset and ranting. Every commercial I see somebody doing the McDonald's commercial. Man, look how skinny they are. I don't eat no damn McDonald's, bro. All they do is shit. Bro, what the bro? I know McDonald's is trash. I'm cool. I don't get it. So if you have a problem with that, please come on camera. It's pinned. Let's talk about it. I don't get it. And I blame y'all. Because again, and this is no disrespect to her, you're not watching her because she's Sebastian educating you on the great nuances of fragrances. You're watching her because she's selling you pussy. Not hers, of course, but she's selling you sex. So I blame you. You're subscribed to it. You watch it. It's a top 10 saying you're going to get some ass, so you go get it. So then ask yourself, damn, you don't really get ass, do you? If you need a fragrance to watch videos to get the ass. Like, girls don't like you like that, bro. Listen, don't answer. It's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asks, have I had the opportunity to smell the new Lovers yet? I haven't been out Tyson's, man. I need to get down there. I'm not pressed to buy it. I'm not pressed to buy it. One, this will probably be one of the last videos you see with all my fragrances behind me because I got to start packing this stuff up because I got to get this house ready to be sold. So I got to pack stuff up. I don't want this up with people coming through my house, touching anything, smelling anything. No, I'm cool on that. This will be boxed up and put away. So I got to start working on that. But I haven't been pressed to smell it when I don't think they're gonna cam up either. A lot of people, bro, they like the tight. But I'm giving people opportunity. But you see, I'm a fair person though. This is one of my woman followers. Yo, I'm on man time. Come on, let's rap about it. I ain't gonna disrespect you, but I want to know why it hurts you. Why it hurts your sensibilities. Why? Why does it hurt? I don't trust none of y'all. I mean, in the grand scheme of it, when y'all talk about fragrance, I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll check it out for myself. That's my response. When I'm watching Durian, these my guys, so they know. I'm watching Durian, I'm watching Ross. They talking about a fragrance. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up. I'll sample it. That's about as much as you're gonna get. Most of the stuff, I was like, I'm cool on that. Yeah, I'm cool on that. I ain't good on that. I don't need that. Most of the time, I watch most of y'all videos. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm cool. I'm good. I got better stuff. This is what goes through my head 90% of the times. Then every now and then something intrigues me. And I say, sounds intriguing. Let me go get a sample. Let me figure out how to get a sample. And that's what I do. I hit up a connect. Hey, you got this? Let me sample that. Let me come by and smell that or whatever. Y'all got that? That's what I do. And then I smell it and I'll be like, it ain't really my cup of tea. I'm cool. I'll be like, I don't really need it. Etta Purpura Gold, I don't need it. I passed on it. It's a good fragrance. But I'm like, if I buy it, I'm not going to wear it because I got other things I think I'll wear and reach for before I get it. So why do I need to spend $200 on something that I barely going to reach for? For content's sake, it ain't that serious to me. For me. So whether you getting paid or not getting paid, I watch it for pure entertainment. Most people for pure entertainment or support. That's it. It ain't because y'all selling me anything. It ain't. So I don't really get the upset about shilling stuff when every other community or whatever is selling. I mean, it's up to you to go figure it out for yourself. In the compliments, I mean, LL said it best. You need the affirmation. Are you buying? You have to be affirming within yourself. You just have to be affirming within yourself because that's just going to be an issue. The free bottles, man, that's part of the business. You want content. You want people to talk about stuff every day. Free stuff comes with influence. I think that's business 101. Free stuff comes with influence. You're going to say, well, but we don't know if we can trust you. Well, don't trust them. You're spending your own money. Why would you trust them? I'm not going to harp on it. I said it enough. Be a man. Be a man. I think being a man is being in charge of your finances. Can we agree on that? Part of being a man is to provide, protect, right? Protecting your finances, protecting her mental well-being, just not her physical. Providing mental substance, not just physical. If you're that easy led astray, you're not really a leader in your own damn house. Somebody else leading it. I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's a saying I have. 10% of life is what happens to you. 10% of life is what happens to you. 90% is determined by your reaction to what happened to you. 10% of life is what happens to you. 90% is how you react to that. A lot of y'all put yourselves in your own predicaments and then be upset at somebody else and lash out. Go see a therapist. Go see a therapist. Go to a professional. I go see therapy. I think every man should see therapy. And if you grew up in the hood, you definitely need to go see a therapist. It's not normal to grow up in an era of violence, to see death at a young age, to bury friends at 13. That is not normal human. You shouldn't live that way. You have PTSD. You should probably see a therapist about it. You should see therapy. But imagine going to a therapist and be like, man, I wake up every day and I'm talking about this and that. And bro, that's weird. A therapist is going to be like, bro, I don't know, go outside, go touch grass. A professional therapist is going to tell you go touch grass. Y'all over there trauma bonding. Like, just stop. Just get it together, man. You know, here's the thing about haters, right? and this is a clear way to define what a hater is, if you want to say somebody's a hater. It's someone who's not even in the game, somebody who don't do what you do, but every day they wake up speaking about how you do what you do. That's weird, bro. You're not in the game. Every day you do what you do, they wake up to speak about doing what you do. If people put their time and energy into their own shit, bro, life will be better. Life will be good, bro. Every day. Every day. That's insane energy. Insane energy. So I don't know. But since people don't want to come on camera, I gave people the floor. I gave everybody the floor. Reviewers, subscribers, watchers, people who ain't subscribed, people who got the alert this video is coming on. You had the floor to come on, bro. A community only grows when people can converse, and people don't want to converse. So I'll answer a few questions, and we're gonna go get up out of here, because at this point, it is what it is. Let me see. Somebody said, I think the big problem is that blind buying is easier than joining the fragrance communities and taking the time to find that. I hear you, Serge, but that, again, I'm a man. I think logically. That sounds childish to me. That sounds childish to me. Letting other people be in charge of your finance. That sounds crazy to me. I can't, I cannot, I get the thrill, but then if you're going to say that's a thrill, the blind buying and all that, then you're just an addict. That's an addict, and you're an addict to spending money. I get it. Some people, I mean, and I don't really want to get into this part, but they say the black dollar doesn't even circulate within the community enough because y'all all buyers and not sellers. Just buying, and your finances are flowing through. Then if you die tomorrow, people got to have a GoFundMe for you. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I don't have a lot of debt. Smart debt. Mortgages and shit. Most of this stuff y'all don't need. You don't. You got a fire collection for going out and dropping panties and getting compliments. How many compliments and panties are you trying to collect? Like Pokemon. I got to get them all. After you get about 30, especially if you ain't doing content creators, I get it. Especially with top 10s, because every day you uploading and, bro, like how many compliments do you need? You got a solid 5 for compliments? Bro, then anytime you go out, just wear those 5 and then just kind of like get samples and explore. And I get it. Sometimes you be like, it ain't worth it. Financially, it just makes more sense to me. Makes more sense. Yeah, like they trying to get all the goddamn panties. Like, how many panties you gonna get? To be honest, after I bought this, I didn't have to. If panties is what I want, I just needed faith, and I'm cool. I can sell everything else. I just wear this every day. Let me see. Food and fragrance is because people can think for themselves. Yes. Like people want to find somebody to blame. I missed that comment, but it seems like people want to find. They just want to find somebody to blame for their own. Like their life ain't where it should be, so they want to blame somebody else for it. You want to blame somebody, like, and then it's like you have to justify it in your mind. And you do that by saying, those people got paid and those people lied to me. Mother effer. You're an adult. Responsible for things around you. If not your own, God forbid you got kids. It's called accountability. Bro, I just wish the moment that everybody, all races, genders, and creeds learn to take accountability, everything would be better. Everything. There are fragrances that I saw. There was a couple of fragrances that people was like, oh man, this is smoking. And I got it. And I was like, yeah, bro, this might not be it. Yo, I'm cool on that. But I didn't blame them for it. I was just like, it ain't my taste. But that also don't mean those people lied to me. Maybe they like it. Maybe they don't. But I'm not about to justify it. What the problem is I was being fucking dumb, and instead of sampling it, I bought it. That's one thing I like about indie houses. They have discovery kits, discovery sets. They're good to have because you can sample the whole house and kind of figure out what suits your palate. But I'm telling you, man, the $10 or whatever for this Louis Vuitton sample to see if it works for you is worth your time and headache. Again, I couldn't care. Ross, my man, and he ain't doing this, but that's my man, so I'm gonna talk about him. But he can be getting paid. He can be getting paid $10,000, $20,000 to talk about whatever. Don't make me a difference. I'm gonna sample it anyway, and then I'm gonna sample it and be like, I ain't really my cup of tea. There's some things I got a palate, bro. Like carbon sapphire, blue sapphire, that's my shit. Yo, some of y'all ain't gonna smell blue sapphire, you ain't gonna like it. Some of y'all gonna smell Diaghilev, and you're gonna be like, bro, what? Some of y'all will smell Raja, Muscat Oud, or Amber Oud, and you're gonna be like, this ain't really, I don't know why I paid $600 for this. Yeah, I don't know either, bro. You should have sampled it. My only responsibility that I feel personally responsible for on my channel is describing the fragrance to the best of my ability. Describing it. So watch content where people are actually describing the fragrance and not just saying, so good. And, I mean, I've seen those videos too, especially on TikTok. It's no really depth in review. It's oh my God, this is this is it, and this is close to this, and this is good, and this is close, and this is 50, and this particular fragrance is 50% close, and this clone is 99.8% close, but then they come out with another clone and they be like, but that's 99%. So now you buying clones when you just could have bought the original. That's another weird behavior to me. How close do you, but you trying to get so close to the original, you could have just bought the original, bro. But that's your money. I don't care. I don't knock clones. I don't care what people buy. It ain't my money. But it ain't my thing no more. And I got my reasons for that. And maybe that's a video within itself why I kind of stayed away from that. But it's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Let me go to some more questions. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Let me see. I also think we need to realize that we don't need everything right here and right now. Yeah, man, some people don't need everything. And this is what, my show starts off with, I'm not your financial advisor. I say that on every show. Out of everybody, I don't think I've done a video like these fragrances are blind buy worthy. I feel like I'm a true drug dealer if I did that, because as much as I say don't blind buy, y'all do it anyway, which is bizarre to me. Like, you won't listen to me when I say don't blind buy, but if I like it, you blind. It's just weird. Listen to me all the time or none of the time, but make up your mind. Whether you're going to listen to me all the time or listen to me none of the time. Figure it out. Make up your mind. But I'm telling you, this is going to be good. I'm telling you now. It's good. Old fashioned. Kilian's old fashioned. I'm telling you, it's going to make date night lists. I'm telling you, when bottles start hitting everybody in the US and all the reviewers, everybody will be talking about it. You're going to feel the pressure to buy it. I'm also telling you, it's going to be on Joma Shop in 6, 7 months, 8 months. It's going to be, bro, in that time, just wear your damn angel share, bro. It's cool. Wear this. Tell this, come on, this comments. Why you pressed? You don't do content. I understand the content creator. Oh, bro, I got to get this because I want to review this because I want the numbers for the review. I get that. But most of y'all, you don't need it. Wait. But that's another reason why I also don't consume a lot of content, because you consume enough of it. What you feed your mind and what you call yourself and what you surround yourself with will ultimately affect you. If you're around people who negative all the time, who constantly complain all the time, your life will be in these spaces. Trauma. Y'all get together to talk about trauma. Rather, y'all find a commonality based on trauma, not based on growth, right? So I like to surround myself with smart businessmen, people who have done it, right? That's why I be on the phone talking to Darian and Beard and people, because like they've done it. I'm talking to them who've gone where I want to go. You walk the path I want to go, right? And positive shit. Then your mind, like, your life will kind of center around that. But if every day you wake up, you talking about trauma, or every day y'all find a commonality based on your hates, people who find a commonality based on their hates and people who find a commonality based on their loves, you will find that those are totally two different spaces. And I use my Facebook group as an example. I don't allow people to get on there and talk about things they don't like. And you can tell the energy in that group than any other group on Facebook. Any other group. I don't care what group it is, guns, anything else. You go into gun groups, people are like, the Glock sucks, and this is can't and get a Canic, and don't get a Canic and get an HK, and man, I hate the HK. Bro, go in these groups, go in these spaces. I don't care what it is, car groups, gun groups, anything, where people fester on things they don't like, and watch how the energy in that space works. You ever walk into a room in a club? Some of y'all grew up in the hood, and you walk to a club and everybody mean mugging, whole bunch of dudes mean mugging. He's like, man, all these women in the room, y'all mean mugging? Bro, there's something about that energy, bro. You be like, nah, I gotta get up out of here. They about to get shooting in here. I'm cool, bro. The energy's off. I'm good. I'm about to go ahead. Nah, it's just peace. Y'all see you later. I'm out. But you ever walk into the room where the money's good, people got money, the money flowing, the women flowing, everybody looking beautiful, the party's jumping. Bro, the vibe is different. Everybody happy. Yo, you be like, man, it's jumping in here. You be getting the numbers. You might go, you might leave. And Denzel, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I'm saying? Don't sample a lot of things on a certain price point, because I've been tricked into samples on too much. Now, all right, that's another thing. You got to be careful, especially in some of these group samples. If Fragrance Marketplace is a really big Facebook group that sells a lot of stuff, they had a whole scam where somebody was selling like fake Louis Vuitton samples. And when I say sample, I'm talking about if you can buy a sample from the actual company. Now, if you got a legitimate, reliable source you can get samples from, do that, right? A legitimate, I'm not about to name all the sample sites, but some of them, like Beverly Hills Perfumery, they do samples. A couple of guys in my group do samples on some expensive stuff. Trying to think who else do samples. Lucky Scent. Now, Lucky Scent I got a few of them over here. What they got? I had one over here. They got them small dabber samples. I thought I had one on the desk. Lucky Scent do samples, but you can't really get a good wear out of that. But if you can get samples from the actual company, like official samples, like this Louis Vuitton, I think you should do that. Sample. But bro, you ever walk into a spot where the party jumping, the energy good, everybody's happy? Yo, the odds of you leaving there with something's cool. And you walk into a room where everybody like, hey, what's up, Joe? Everybody looking at, yo, that it can get shaky in there. You be like, man, yo, you look at your man and them, you be like, yo, you got the pistol on, you got the joint, because they might get it's time to leave. If I even feel like, yo, let me go get the joint. If I could be like, yo, I need to go, I need to make sure, I don't need to be there. That's why I'm at that age now to be like, I don't need to be there. I'm cool. Because I don't want to have to let somebody's family meal prep for the weekend. Y'all gonna be getting those collard greens and fried chicken and mac and cheese together because you meal prepping for repast. I'll just leave. I'm cool on that. out here meal prepping. Decant X, yeah, man. Like, so again, man, it's all about the space you want to be in. But just ask yourself that, because again, I allow people to come on. I'm gonna answer a few more questions, and we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, because clearly I give people the floor, and don't nobody take the floor. But can't nobody ever say I ain't never duck no smoke. I don't duck smoke. People got an issue with me, we can just deal with it. I ain't about to duck no smoke. Yeah, a lot of folks ain't lived that, bro. A lot of folks ain't lived that. That's why I'm like, man, the energy you got going on, it matters, bro. It matters. And again, my Facebook group is the perfect example of people talking about what they love. There hasn't been one argument, one Facebook fight. I haven't had to block nobody's comment, delete them, bro. It is easy peasy. If you post something I ain't really a fan of, I just won't speak on it. I move on. I ain't for me. Move on. I got another question for the group, for people watching. I got 192 people on. Again, the link to join the live is pinned to the comment. Riddle me this. Why do y'all need people? Why y'all get mad over hype fragrances? Let's talk about that. What's y'all beef with hype fragrances? Why do it fucking matter? Why do it matter? Some of y'all be mad like y'all work for the other company. I've seen this. I'm upset. This doesn't get enough hype. Bro, you don't work for Boadicea. Why do you give a fuck? Why do you care, bro? This fragrance deserves more hype. Nothing deserves nothing. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? If a lot of people like something, why does it matter? A lot of people like Sauvage. I don't care for it. I don't own it. I don't own any Sauvages. I don't own any Ys. I don't own any Lamals. I'm cool on that. Not because they don't smell good. I guarantee you I can put one on, step out, and I might leave here with something. But that's besides the point on what I want to spend my money on. That's besides the point. It's a lot of things that I just wouldn't spend my money on. I'm not interested in it because I have too much and I really don't need to add anything. If anything, I need to give 50% of it away or sell it. I like selling it. I like money. I need to sell 50% of it, if I'm being honest. My man Vaughn, hopefully you are here to disagree with me. Because again, if you're not here to disagree with me, it ain't gonna work. 2, you gotta put your face on camera. It's not gonna be no blind screens. My man. So I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody on. The rules are we gonna piece it out, and you can just tell me how you disagree with me. We can have some discourse and we can go from there. So go ahead and put you on camera, Slim.
All right, so
what's up?
I guess it won't work, but I was just asking for the Facebook page.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I respect everything you saying, and I was in the car with my wife, and she was like, "What's his name?" Because the shit you was speaking, bro, is valid. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah.
It's just the Facebook group. All right, so one of my moderators will put that in the chat. Do you follow me on Instagram?
I think I do.
If you follow me on Instagram, send me an inbox message. I'll send you a link to the group. Clearly, you subscribe to me because you can't even be in the comments unless you subscribe to me. So I get you in there. If not, somebody will leave it in the comment. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and just send me a message. As soon as you get out of here, DM me.
Bet, I got you, bro.
And I'll send you. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you, homeboy.
All right, keep going, King.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Yeah. So, you gotta just please and be mindful of what you feed your mind with. If you consume just manage how you also consume fragrance content. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're constantly consuming it, sometimes you gotta take a break from it. You don't have to watch me all the time. If you want to watch something else, it's cool. But you gotta take a break, or you're gonna find yourself buying. You're gonna buy, or you're gonna be influenced because somebody's going. I'm telling you, for the 10th time on the video. Where is it at? Moved it somewhere. This it? No, but I'll put it back here. I'm telling you, you don't need to rush out and get this. if you have angel share, if you have single malt, if you have other fragrances, I don't think, but then again, I don't think you, unless it's a limited release or something like that, I would say you better hurry up and figure it out because it's limited. But like Louis Vuitton lovers, everybody's talked about it. I got a Neiman's 20 minutes up the street. I ain't pressed to go down there and smell it. I'll get it when I get it. Why? Why am I like that? You know why? Because I'm confident. I got heat, bro. If I'm going to step out, I know I'm going to smell good with or without it. I'm confident I'm extremely confident in my collection that can stand up against anybody's collection. Anybody. Okay, who they are. My collection will stand the test of time again. We can go dark, we can go lights, we can go citruses, we can go brights, we can go compliment. And bro, it don't matter. I got heat for everything. Formal events, weddings, bro, it don't matter what environment. That's how I built my collection, like a wardrobe. I can go toe-to-toe with anybody. And the reality is most people don't wear fragrances like outside the house. Like, or they only wear it to special events. So I'm going to smell top tier regardless of who I'm with and where I'm going. If my moderator's in here, put the Facebook group in there. If not, Vaughn, again, hit me in my inbox, and I will get you. I get you in. I get you in. But please, man, be aware of your validation. You know, be careful of. You know, the more you shine. Listen, I'm cool with the hate. You know, my thing is I want to give you a platform to hate you, for you to hate me. But here's another clip I want to play. It's like a 20-second clip. I'm going to play this.
Some people don't like what I do. That's just the way how it is. I have learned along this way. The more you shine, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand. That's the price for all of this.
The more you shine, the more shadows you cast. There are going to be people, when you small channel, I'm still a small channel, bro. Only got, I mean, there's people smaller than me, but as long as I've been doing it, I'm a small channel. 16K. Probably should be at 80 or 90, but I know why. I was talking to Darren about this. Like, I was like, I know why I don't got the numbers, because I don't be doing videos every day and selling dope. I call it selling dope. I don't sell dope every day. If I sold dope every day in batch recorded, it would be up. I know, because for a little while I did it and then it shot up thousands. So I know why it doesn't. A lot of people still don't know about my page because it's not recommended because I don't do a lot of stuff. So I know that. I'm not tripping. But the more you shine, the more shadows cast. People don't care about 16K. If I turned around tomorrow and for whatever reason this video went viral, this live went viral, and I turned around with 100K, yo, it'll be hate. I know that. It's going to be some people going to be like, why him? Why him? And why, bro? That come with the territory. That comes, if you're a young reviewer or whatever, that come with the territory. So I'm not mad at the hate. I just want to give you a platform to let it out at the end of the day. How good is French Riviera? Somebody asks, how good is French Riviera? I'll say this. I don't really know how to really respond to how good it is, right? I paid for it. I own it. I wear it. I don't know how else to answer it. You know what I'm saying? I pay for it. I own it. I wear it. I like it. You might not like it. I think Mancera has some samples. Please get samples. Some things I will say are easy to like. Some things are easy to like. I will admit that. Like certain citrus, and I see you in the background, brother. I'm gonna get you on in a minute. Some fragrances are easy. I mean, extremely easy to like citruses. Like they're just easy, right? And some fragrances are more challenging than others. Leather tobacco. I mean, hell, some would say that single malt is challenging. Plum and booze, people might not really be into that. But because it has this air sea breeze accord, I mean, I don't think it's blind buy worthy, but then again, I don't think nothing is blind buy worthy. So I would say do your due diligence, sample, and see what works for you. That's the best advice I can give you. That's the best. I like it. I own it. I paid for it. It wasn't gifted to me. I wear it. I don't know what else to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say. I love it. It works for me. Appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna get my brother on. We talk on the phone. He's another one of my brothers. We rap. So this you know what I'm saying? This is one of my I call him one of my good men. Bring my guy to the stage. Ross on now. That's gonna get a little bit of, hey, I know they hate you, but that's your battle to fight. That ain't my battle.
Just your friendly daily dope dealer that he was speaking of. Just figured. Been a little bit. Come say hello while I'm getting ready for bed. I've been in and out since you started.
Yeah.
Come say hello, man. You good? How's everything?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. You know, same old thing. We'll chop it up, man. We'll chop it up. But other than that, man, I just want to, you know me, I always give people I give people opportunity. Like, people, if you go on my videos, you're not going to see the hate because I delete them and I block them. You know, so you won't see it. I'm just at the point, I'm not even responding to it. I'm not even going to respond with a comment, because what that's going to do is allow you to screenshot it, and then now you feel like you're part of the game. I'm just going to take that away from you. Pest control. Sometimes people just want to feel like they part of the game. So I won't even let you fester. That's like letting a mouse fester in the house. I'm going to kill it and throw it away. I'm not going to let it live in the house. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. But you want to add something to that? Because I know you get a lot of hate.
Say that in my stream earlier. I chopped it up to people bored. They ain't got shit better to do. That's what online trolling is. They ain't got shit going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, I don't know. I try not to look at the psyche of people, but a lot of times I blame us. I blame us. And I blame us because if you don't feed it, it doesn't happen. If you don't feed it, me and George had this conversation, and I need to do a live with George because we had a lot of lifelong conversations. But if you don't feed a thing will disappear. It is inevitable. Every time you give it a piece of food or a sprinkle of cheese, the rat will come back for more. You have to take away. Wow, if you have a mouse in your house, the first thing somebody gonna tell you is you got to get away your food, your breads. You got to put stuff in containers. You got to get it away, because the mouse, you got to close up the holes in your house, because that's how they're getting in your house. So that's the first thing you got to do. Close up the holes in your house, right? To stop the mice and the pests from coming in your house, whether it's roaches or rats. You got to plug up the holes. The second thing you got to do, you got to catch those that's in there. Once you catch those in there, you got to kill them and eliminate them. So you do that by just deleting comments, and then you never feed them. You got to put the food away. So you got to stop responding. You just have to. I know it's hard. As men, as alpha men, you got to stop. You just got to stop. As men, we as alpha men, you want to, but it's online. It's different if it was in person, right? If it's in person, it's kind of hard to do, because I always tell people I've never been a bigger person.
No, fuck no. Sorry for that word.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
In person, like, if it's to the point to where you have to, it's got to be that, then it's got to be that.
Yeah, but you know what though? But did I record this video? It was a saying. It was Jay-Z. It was a clip that I thought I recorded and put on my soundboard. But it was Jay-Z basically saying, shoot, man, I wish I could find it. He basically, to summarize it, said, you got to watch how, in general, you respond to things, right? Because dark brings dark. So you have to protect your energy. And if you have to, because you can only be in control of what you can be in control of, which is you. You can only control you. Again, 10% of the things in life that happens to you, 90% of how you react to them, right? So you got to be in control of the 90%. The person who walks up to you is 10%. Hey, you a fucking jerk off. I hate you. That's 10%. 90% is you punching them in the face, you responding, you saying something, you walking away. Like, sometimes the walk away is cool, because if I reach for something, then I'm on a murder one case or something like that. Like, it can go.
And you got the family meal prep.
Yeah. Then the family meal prepping. It's a lot of different things that can go wrong there. Or my family's meal prepping. I might be on the bad end of that stick. You know what I mean? Like, it can happen. So you just have to, dark energy meeting dark energy only begets shadows. Sometimes you got to be the light in the shadow. And I think you got to treat it like any other pest control, and you have to stop responding to it. They not to get in your stuff because I watch your content. You know what I'm saying? You're my brother. I watch your stuff.
Oh, we have these thoughts.
Yeah, but
we have these thoughts.
You have to stop. Just
Easier said than done.
Huh?
It's easier said than done sometimes. Trust me, my wife's been on me for years about leave the comment section alone.
No, it ain't really leaving it alone. I think what it is
no, the negative stuff. You know what I mean? Just leave it alone.
Yeah, but I think it's not just leaving it alone because you just can't leave it there. I think if you delete it, don't respond, then it's over. In a year, I guarantee you, in a year, it won't even be fun no more. My video is about to go dead. So let's go ahead and end it. We'll talk on the phone.
Real quick before you go, because I got to disagree with you. That's the whole point of this, right? I got to disagree with you about something. What'd you think about Amberful? I wasn't here for Amberful.
No, go ahead. I'm still here. Y'all can hear me though, right?
Because I wasn't here when you talked about Amberful. What do you think about it?
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the big screen because it's about 2 hours and my thing's up.
Oh, but this will be quick.
Yeah. Amberful, I think it's a solid fragrance. I think it's top 15.
Top 15 Mancera?
Top 15 Mancera.
All right. So I don't have nothing to disagree with you then.
Yeah.
Because I'm digging it, man.
Yeah, I think it's a top 15 Mancera. I don't find it that close to Ganymede, like people say. It's not even in the same, and because it's missing that suede. It's doing this. It's what all right. There's clones, right? There's a such thing called clones, and there's inspirational fragrances.
Yeah.
I think this is what we call a true inspiration, and they went in their own path. They just did their own thing.
Do you find like you get any, like the way I've been describing it is like it's a cross between Tigar's profile and Ganymede's profile? Like it falls somewhere in between.
I don't
get metallic from Ganymede and stuff like that. Like I get where people are walking that path, but if I had to throw a percentage on it, I'm like in the 30% at best range with Ganymede, like at best.
No, I get, for me, I do get the metallic because I get it on Faith, I get it on Ganymede, I get it a little bit on Bar Imperial. I get it here, but there is that freshness. Yes, Supernova. Supernova, is that Supernova? Yeah.
Yeah, Supernova.
Yeah, Supernova is another one. Yeah. I'm smelling Amberful now. I can see where you're coming from with that Tigar, but it's more
not
like
the same kind of citrus. It's not loaded with ambroxan, but I feel like there's a relation to how it's done. Like it reminds me of elements of that, elements of this, like it, which makes it its own thing at the same time. I think the versatility on this is really high.
You know what? You might be onto something. And this is why I don't watch people videos, because this would have influenced me had I watched your video for it. I saw you was.
I've been wearing it a couple of times this past week. Yeah. I've been spending some time with it.
So I think some time back, I got a clone. It was like a clone of Tiger. It was like $20. I said, and this is what made me just stop, because everybody was like, oh, I already had Tiger. And I was like, why am I buying $20?
You need nothing else then.
Right. So I was just like, let me just get it, right? And and I can see it's not Tiger, but it's like somebody who did a bad clone of Tiger. The citrus element of like a bad clone of Tiger over top of Ganymede. I can see that. That's
what I'm saying. Like it's not the same profile, but like the elements are there. Citrus, spice, woods, like all of those elements are there, but it's a different citrus. It's a different spice. It's different. It's got nutmeg that gives us this dry, woody, spicy tone. You know what I mean? Like same but different was the way I said it.
Right.
I know that's doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it kind of does make sense. Same but different. You know?
Yeah, I see exactly. Let me get my camera situated. Give me 1 second.
So food and fragrance, it's not the trial version. So the battery on his camera went out, was what it was. That's why he still got audio. It's not StreamYard. It's happened before.
Yeah, so the way I run my camera system set up, the way this camera's set up, I run it through USB straight to the computer. In about 2 hours, give or take, it starts to overheat because it's not set up for that. So then it does a safety thing.
It says, a long time like that.
It says, all right, we're going to run out. So I just need to get a new camera, but I don't really expect to always go live for 2 hours. So I kind of really want to stop around 1 hour, hour and 30 minutes at the most. So when I go 2 hours, I just know I'm kind of pushing it based on how I use the camera going into the computer. It's just a setup that I just have to figure out another way to do it. But again, going 2 hours is not a normal thing for me.
I don't do that a whole lot either. I almost did 2 hours today. It was like an hour 40 or something like that.
Yeah. But let's wrap on the phone. We can go and get up out of here because
I just want to come pop in and say hello for a minute. I didn't know what you thought of Amberful. And if you felt differently from me, I was gonna be like, great, here's something I can get on camera and disagree about, because I actually quite like it. And it turns out you like it. So
yeah, it's a good fragrance. It's a good fragrance. Now, do I think it's better than Vetiver Sensual? No. That's my jam. Vetiver Sensual is my jam. Pearl is my jam. Soleil d'Italie is my jam.
That's amazing for this.
Soleil, Jardine. I might put it over Jardine.
I was saying, like I literally said it today, which I think is kind of a hot take. I think it's more versatile than Cedrat Boisé.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is signature scent worthy. It's signature scent worthy.
I can get down with this. Like, this is one I could recommend. Like, if you just want to grab one decent quality, good performance, doesn't smell like everything, but has elements of some things.
But only thing with this is because it has that Ganymede sharp kind of thing. I just don't know if it's going to be. I wouldn't tell nobody to blind buy it, because
no, I wouldn't tell anybody to blind buy any Manceras. Really,
yeah. It's some things like I think Vetiver Sensual. I think is a really good one. I think depending on where you are with Pearl, I think that's
Vetiver Sensual is pretty safe. I think Aqua Wood's a pretty safe one too.
Yeah. And Midnight Gold, I think, is another one that's
as long
pretty
as you
safe.
like rose. That's a great fresh rose.
Yeah, I think Midnight Gold is a good one, and Gold Prestigium I think is another good one. Gold Prestigium is pretty good. Other than that, I think you should sample. But let's just me and you would talk when we get off here.
Yeah, we'll shut it down.
But listen, man, stop feeding the pest, bro.
I've been trying.
It ain't a try. It ain't a try. You just gotta do it. This is me to you.
Yeah,
it's
You're
just
right.
It's just
the first time you said it. You're right.
Yeah, just got to do it, bro. It's too, to me, it's too easy, because if I don't see it, then it doesn't exist. And if they don't see it or whoever, then they're just gonna have to wake up and continuously talking about you, but talking about you about what? You know what I'm saying? Your talk, the more you respond, then the talk is gonna be how you respond and clowning you for how you respond. Right. But if you don't do it, then that takes away ammo and it takes away the cheese. And then it's like, look at him, whatever. He's talking about this fragrance, or he's shilling, or okay.
All the time.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you saw it all, but I was like, shilling. I mean, listen, I get it. Y'all want people to be, everybody wants somebody to be honest, but every other industry is selling you something. Every other industry. I'm not. I just don't care enough. But every other industry is trying to sell you something. I don't get mad at Shaq because he's in a Kia. Nor have I blind bought a Kia because Shaq is in a Kia. I didn't go out. If you went out and bought De Leon tequila because Puffy said so, then that's your own problem. That shit is trash. Ciroc is trash vodka. And if we're going to talk, Hennessy is trash cognac. You know what I'm saying? Especially white Hennessy. But like that if you bought it because some rapper said, it's on you, bro.
I encourage the sampling. I just want to say here and now, anybody that thinks I'm just not being honest, please, I don't need your view. Don't come by my channel. It's TLTG Reviews. Avoid it if you think I'm not being honest, because I'm not trying to convince people for any further. You know what I mean? I'm straight with people around the clock. That's one of the reasons I get heat, because some people can't handle the way it comes out.
Yeah, but just don't feed it. Don't feed it, and don't be overly defensive. Sometimes that's why I wanted people to come on. I wasn't going to bash them. I wasn't going to curse them out, because to be honest, I want to hear the constructive criticism, whether that's about me or whatever. I'm cool with constructive, because I'm not perfect, and somebody might see somebody up. I think when I started, it's a lot of people who criticized me when in the beginning they was like, your music is it's too loud, or what. I changed that. It was somebody who said, you don't pronounce it this way, you pronounce it that way. And I said, I could have took that as like, motherfucker, I pronounce it the way I want to pronounce. I was like, you know what? That's true shit. I'm a man. That's cool. I can do better with that. I appreciate that. I'll take that. Salute. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's a way that things can be conveyed. And if you defensive and somebody say, hey, bro, like, why you got that red shirt with the barbell on? You know, like, what's the significance about that? They might really want to know what's the barbell. I ain't know you worked out. You can be like, well, I got it on the workout. Just kind of my thing. But you might be like, motherfucker, don't watch me. Don't worry about what I'm wearing. You want to see my nipples? Like, I mean, like, you can't be overly sensitive and defensive, especially in this era, right? Like, it's no different than being in the public eye, politician, or anybody else. There's certain heat that's going to come with that. And that's just me talking to you, and we're on camera instead of behind the thing, and that's, you know, we're gonna keep it a buck here, but you can't be oversensitive and I mean, it's gonna come. Somebody gonna see this video and they're gonna say I talk like this, or I got slang, and I've heard, you know, the little comments of, you know, that's kind of anti-black comment. I've read them all. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, but, you know, just take it with a grain of salt, but just delete them. I'm telling you, it's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna give you back your power. Block and delete is a beautiful thing.
I do a lot of blocking and deleting.
Block and delete.
I don't do enough of it though.
Do it all the time
without saying something first. That's my problem.
Don't say nothing.
That's my problem.
See the comment, block, delete. That's it. That's it.
Sometimes I'm taking the bait and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. You know. Sometimes I take the bait.
Yeah, man, you gotta do better. But we'll talk. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Thanks for having me on, my man. It was good to chat. It's been a little while.
You, appreciate
Hit me up when you get some free time. All right.
Matter of fact, you can go ahead and go to bed. I'll talk to you. We'll talk tomorrow.
I'm this pajama shirt and shit.
Go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow, bro.
Later, man.
All right, peace. That's my brother. Again, we talk. He know how I feel. Everything I said to him on here. I said to him in person. Stop that shit, bro. Stop it. This shit's clownery, bro. Just stop. For what? For what? They don't like you. Okay. You don't need everybody to like you. Here's a clip for you, Ross, if you're still around.
I ain't got time for that bullshit, man. I'm just gonna get out here and I'm gonna live my life. And if you like it, like it. If you don't, don't. It's 8 billion people on the planet. I don't need everybody to fuck with me to win. If you don't mess with me, so what?
That's it, bro. It's 8 million people on the planet. I don't need everybody to like me to win. That's it. And on that note, on that greatest note ever, clearly nobody else wanted to come on, and that's cool. But we're gonna go ahead and end it.
The cipher.
Again, I appreciate people coming on. I appreciate y'all showing love. For everybody else, I don't know why the cat got your tongue. Come on camera, bro. Come on. We can have discourse. It'll be good for the community. Y'all care about the community. No need for subliminals. We can get to it. Trolls, come on camera. We can get to it. But anyway, coming up this week, I think Wednesday, I'm going to do my vacation video on vacation scents on the Caribbean. I'm going to do that video probably Wednesday. Only reason that's taking so long because there's one fragrance I've been waiting for weeks that hasn't arrived, and it's pissing me off because that fragrance would probably be on the list, but I don't think I want to wait any longer because I have to pack this stuff up. So I might just drop that and then just do I don't know, just kind of mention it maybe, but I wanted to kind of rank it. So we'll see. I want to do a video Wednesday though. If not tomorrow, we'll see. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you. Don't be scared to come on. And that's in the universal language of peace. Be out.
Got him. We fucking got him.